Hi, my name is Amaya. I run Stonehenge Stables in Cold Snake, New Jersey and Wellington, Florida, among a fantastic group of trainers, grooms, managers, horses and riders. And I'm happy here doing in Wellington, Florida at the end of WEF 2021 a training session with Corro. So today we are working with Annabelle Rivers and H&M Cara Desire, and I'm going to take you guys for an exercise of Cavaletti's working on adjustability, control, and precision on the approach. Today's work basically is the pre-work for her weekend of ending on Saturday in a Grand Prix here at WEF. In my opinion, Cavalettis are as useful to a five-star rider like Annabelle as to a green rider or a rider that is showing at a much lower level. The task that you're going to be presented is as challenging for that rider that rides in the free foot division, or to the rider like Annabelle riding at the meter 60 division. The skills differentiate the riders, but the task and the challenge is the same. What is very challenging for a rider riding the free foot is as challenging for her to do in the meter 60. So the Cavaletti put everybody in a very equal level of practice. Today we set up two outside lines on the long side of the ring. We added an end Cavaletti, which I call on each end of the ring, which is the shorter side of the ring, and then right in the middle we set up a one-stride Cavaletti, which will serve to change directions and to replicate an S line in both directions. Today started with Annabelle doing 9 strides on the outside lines, and then I asked her to do 8, and ultimately I asked her to do 7. And then we went back to the 9. So the benefit of doing that, it's knowing that the horse is focused, listening to the rider. Very good. And in this long side, use it to your advantage to practice a little bit his canter, whether he's listening nice and forward, whether he's listening to your hands. There you go. And the 9 shouldn't be super steady. You use your feel. It's a long line, so you have to get a little bit of an idea. When we start the exercise, we normally start with the outside line. Then we use the one stride in the middle is basically another challenge which you have a lot in these modern Grand Prix. Work it. Good girl. Eyes. Good girl. Beautiful. Work it. I think it's very common to do a very open line and then you either have to do a roll back or you have a jump on a 90-degree angle, which is what we're trying to replicate that. And the horse is after the open line and a little bit on the front end or leaning down or not really balanced enough on the hind end, so they get to that jump, and instead of jumping from the hind end up, they end up jumping a little bit into the jump. Very nice. Work it. Good girl. And every time you make a correction to lift him up and sit him up, make sure he's not getting away from you and dragging you into doing one less stride. Logically, the benefit of that is making sure your horse is listening properly to when you're collecting him, meaning your hands and your legs, and also listening properly when you're extending him, that he can do that and he can get there, and as he lands off the extension, you can also collect him for the next one. Very good. Now let's do 7. Let's challenge ourselves a little bit. But you can change directions over the middle. Yep. Work it. Good. There. Take him. I feel confident that the preparation we did today will carry it on to our warm-up class tomorrow, which is a meter 40, and then the horse will get a little bit of good flat work on Friday and be ready for Saturday's class. The exercise today, basically, all it did was rehearse the extension, collection, turning, and sometimes horses, as we all know, they're animals that they wake up a day in a better mood than others, or they feel a little stiffer than others. So we just gotta basically feel what stage is he at, and if we need to rehearse a little bit more or less with him on what would be the task he's gonna have to do tomorrow, and then based on tomorrow know if we need to do anything else before Saturday. I'm a big believer that horses are our partners. They're animals. They maybe cannot talk with words, but they express a lot with their body, and we have to be conscious of their needs. and never forget that they're underneath us, serving us to do something we love as a sport. They didn't choose to do this, we chose them to do this. So I'm always very protective of them. Sometimes, you know, you have the need to work a little harder than you would like because you're trying to get a point across with the horse, but most likely we try to work with the horse and trying to have them, you know, participate in what we're doing. We partner with Corro for our equipment horses needs. With today's schedule being so fast and so complete and so full, we find, you know, Corro's innovative way of, you know, providing with our needs fantastic at very affordable prices and quite quickly. So we're really happy and grateful to be a partner with Corro.